What is going on, guys? It's never too early to start comparing the rookies to some of the NFL's established stars. This 2020 NFL draft class has treated football fans to so many impactful first-year phenoms. All these exciting rookies will only get better from here, based on what we've seen so far. We thought it'd be a fun time to take a closer look at 15 rookie phenoms and the veterans they resemble most. Number 15, Patrick Queen, ROQUAN Smith. We're still somewhat shocked that all those teams let the LSU linebacker fall to the Baltimore Ravens with the number 28 selection. I mean, why let this already stingy defense add another dynamic game changer? Queen exemplifies many of the same qualities as Smith. They're both listed at 6 feet tall, and Queen weighs 229 pounds, while Smith is listed at 230. They're both athletically gifted linebackers who do it all. They can rush the quarterback, chase down runners, and well, let's just say that they're also not that great in coverage. We do think Queen will end up being the better player, but so far his game resembles that of the Bears' third-year linebacker. Number 14, Tristan WIRFS Lane Johnson. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers traded up so they can select the Iowa offensive tackle with the number 13 selection. Hey, whatever it takes to protect Tom Brady. Your prized free agent signing. Several scouts compared WIRFS to Philadelphia Eagles Pro Bowl offensive tackle Lane Johnson, and for good reason. Both are much more athletic compared to the average offensive lineman, and they both excel in the run blocking department. The size, of course, is awfully similar. WIRFS is 6'5", 320 pounds. Johnson is 6'6", 317 pounds. The 2020 NFL draft class was loaded with elite prospects along the offensive line, and WIRFS already looks like he could end up being the best of the bunch. The Lane Johnson comparisons are proving to be pretty on point so far. Number 13, Clyde Edwards-Helaire Dalvin Cook. Edwards-Helaire was the first running back taken in the 2020 draft class, and he went to the team that perfectly fit his skill set, the defending Super Bowl champion Kansas City Chiefs, who took CEH with the number 32 selection. It's still early, yeah, but we already see a lot of Dalvin Cook's game in Edwards-Helaire. Both running backs display top-level bursts of speed, and they both excel in finding the open holes through traffic. Both are especially hard to tackle because of their quickness and elite footwork. Cook has 3 inches on Edwards-Helaire, but he's only 3 pounds heavier. Similar frames, similar skill sets. Both the Chiefs and Minnesota Vikings are blessed with top-level running backs. Number 12, CeeDee Lamb. Tyler Lockett. There are only so many reliable slot receivers in today's NFL. Lamb, the Dallas Cowboys rookie sensation, and Seattle Seahawks veteran Tyler Lockett are among them. Wide receiver wasn't a need of the Cowboys ahead of the 2020 draft, but Jerry Jones simply couldn't pass on the Oklahoma star, who was somehow available after 16 picks. Lamb, like Lockett, has absolutely flourished with his elite speed and route running skills. Lamb has 4 inches and nearly 20 pounds on Lockett, but they dominate in the same fashion. Both are used in the special teams department too, thanks to their quickness. It'll be fun to see them battle for the title of the league's best slot receiver for many years to come. Number 11, CJ Henderson, Marcus Peters. Long before the Jacksonville Jaguars took the Florida standout corner with their number 9 selection, Henderson had already drawn comparisons to all-pro cornerback Marcus Peters. Some sources told Walter Football that Henderson reminded them of Peters, and NFL draft scout Matt Miller thought the same thing during Henderson's final season of college. Henderson shares Peters' speed and quickness, with an eye for the football and strong coverage abilities. Both, however, have developed reputations as not-so-great tacklers. Peters has also been known to risk it all and go for the interception, knowing there's a chance he'll give up a big play. Henderson isn't excelling in his rookie year as much as Peters did in 2015. The latter earned Defensive Rookie of the Year honors after all, but we do see another slick ball-hawking corner breaking out in Duval County. Number 10, Justin Jefferson, T.Y. Hilton. Injuries, age, and no more Andrew Luck have led to a decline in production for Indianapolis Colts wideout T.Y. Hilton. But when healthy and in his prime, this guy was one of the NFL's top ball deep threats. A quick look at his tape, and you'll see how much Vikings rookie wideout Justin Jefferson resembles Hilton. Their wheels allow them to gain separation downfield for the big play. Hilton, a 5-time 1,000-yard receiver, averaged 15.9 yards plus per reception in 6 different seasons. Jefferson is averaging more than this in his rookie season so far. Number 9, Tua Tagovailoa. Russell Wilson. The Miami Dolphins found their long-awaited franchise quarterback when they drafted Alabama product Tua Tagovailoa with the 5th overall selection. Ryan Fitzpatrick started the first 6 games, but head coach Brian Flores named Tagovailoa the starter before the team's Week 7 bye. At first glance, it looks like this guy has all the tools to be the next Russell Wilson. Both quarterbacks can drive defensive coordinators crazy with their mad scrambling abilities, and they have an knack for extending the play and delivering the ball downfield thanks to their precision accuracy and elite arm strength. During the NFL Scouting Combine, Tagovailoa even said he tries to emulate Russell Wilson. And for the icing on the cake, Tagovailoa is an inch taller than the 5'11" Wilson. Number 8, Derrick Brown, Chris Jones. The Carolina Panthers drafted the Auburn defensive tackle with the number 7 selection. Now Brown hasn't exactly dominated in the early going, but we saw what this guy can do at Auburn. He's going to be a star under head coach Matt Rule. Just be patient. Brown is renowned for his elite run-stopping skills and his ability to create pressure up the middle. He excels in the latter department more than the average defensive tackle. Sound like someone? How about Kansas City Chiefs Pro Bowl defensive tackle Chris Jones? Both men are giant forces in the trenches. Brown is 6'5", 326 pounds. Jones is 6'6", 310 pounds. The latter has emerged as one of the NFL's elite sack artists. Can Brown do the same? We wouldn't bet against it. Number 7, Justin Herbert, Matt Ryan. Los Angeles Chargers drafted Herbert 6th overall in 2020, and he was unexpectedly thrusted into the starting role following a freak injury to Tyrod Taylor before their Week 2 contest. Herbert has been an elite and efficient passer since taking over under center, nearly leading the Chargers to major upsets against Mahomes' Chiefs, Tom Brady's Bucks, and Drew Brees' New Orleans Saints. Herbert reminds us so much of Matt Ryan, a passing machine who's almost a lock for 300 yards and multiple touchdown passes a game. Both players also play on teams that have bad defenses, poor management, and a knack for blowing games in the fourth quarter. Let's hope Herbert can go on to have a little more luck during his career than Ryan had. Number 6, Antoine Winfield Jr., TYRANN Mathieu. The Buccaneers found great value in Antoine Winfield Jr., whom they selected with the number 45 selection. His father was a 3-time Pro Bowler, who played in the NFL from 1999 to 2014 for the Buffalo Bills and latter the Minnesota Vikings. Winfield Jr. also looks a lot like the Chiefs' Tyrann Mathieu. They're both 5'9" safeties who prove that size isn't everything. They hit hard and have elite coverage skills, but their biggest similarity is the way they both wreak havoc all over the field. Coincidentally, Bruce Arians was Mathieu's head coach in Arizona for 5 years, and now he's coaching Winfield in Tampa. Maybe old Brucey recognized their likeness all along. Number 5, Henry Ruggs III, TYREEK Hill. Before Ruggs entered the NFL, there was no denying that Chiefs star TYREEK Hill was the fastest wide receiver in the league. But now Hill has some competition. Ruggs, who ran a 4.27 40-yard dash at the Combine, was taken 12th overall by the Las Vegas Raiders. What can we say? He's on Hill's level when it comes to the lightning-fast speed, and they're both among the game's top deep threats. They're practically impossible to cover downfield one-on-one. Hill commands a lot of double teams. Ruggs can certainly expect the same. He has all the makings to be an annual Pro Bowler and 1,000-yard threat, just like the Cheetah. Number 4, Mekhi Becton, Trent Brown. Becton was the 3rd offensive tackle selected in the 2020 draft. He went 11th overall to the New York Jets, immediately after the Cleveland Browns took Jedrick Wills with the number 10 pick. Becton has been arguably the best rookie offensive tackle in 2020. He reminds us so much of Las Vegas Raiders Pro Bowl offensive tackle Trent Brown. I mean, look at their respective sizes and how much they both control the line of scrimmage. Brown is a giant 6'8", 380 pounds, and Becton isn't far behind at 6'7", 364 pounds. They're both so powerful, and they can get it done in the pass protection and run blocking departments. You're looking at 2 top-tier franchise offensive tackles. Let's just hope the Jets don't waste Becton's prime years. Number 3, Chase Claypool, DK Metcalf. So many similarities between these two. Where should we start? Well, they're both listed at 6'4". Claypool weighs 238 pounds, Metcalf 229. Both men play with future Hall of Fame quarterbacks and Super Bowl winning head coaches. Somehow 8 receivers were drafted before Metcalf in 2019. And also somehow 10 receivers were taken before Claypool in 2020. Metcalf won 64th overall to the Seattle Seahawks, while Claypool won 49th overall to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Both men are complete freaks of nature, with their giant 6'4" frames. They are also among the NFL's fastest wideouts. They're like Calvin Johnson. You can't keep up with their wheels, and they'll most likely overpower you on 50-50 balls as well. Simply put, you can't beat these guys. I'm not sure how both of these young stars fell so far in the draft. Not that the Steelers or Seahawks are complaining. Number 2, Chase Young, JJ Watt. Young was hyped up as a generational pass rushing talent before Washington selected him with the number 2 selection. So far, he looks everything like the franchise-changing star we all envisioned. The best comparison for Young at this point would have to be the great JJ Watt. Sure, Young is better than the 2011 rookie version of Watt, who had 5.5 sacks and 0 forced fumbles. But don't let that slow start fool you, as JJ soon took over the NFL, winning a trio of Defensive Player of the Year awards. Like Watt, Young is an insanely gifted athletic specimen who requires plenty of double teams from opposing offensive linemen. Watt single-handedly turned the Texans into a consistent playoff contender. Young should have little issue doing the same in Washington. Not even Dan Snyder will waste Young's talents. He's just that good. Number 1, Joe Burrow, Jared Goff. Burrow garnered comparisons to Goff before the Cincinnati Bengals drafted him 1st overall in 2020. And not just because Goff is a former 1st-round pick himself. I'm guessing Burrow will be a better version of Goff. But there are several notable comparisons with their styles of play. Don't forget that Bengals head coach Zach Taylor served as Goff's quarterback coach in 2016, the year the Los Angeles Rams went to Super Bowl 53. Goff is listed at 6'4", 222 pounds. Burrow is 6'3", 221. They're both superb downfield passers with excellent athleticism and all-around accuracy. But Burrow is slightly better in all of those phases of the game. And of course, Goff was drafted first overall in 2016 to save the longtime losing Rams franchise. 4 years later, Burrow was taken first overall to save the longtime losing Bengals. Similar size, similar styles of play, and similar circumstances to start their careers. Who knows? In 3 or 4 years from now, Burrow may start earning comparisons to top-tier quarterbacks like Aaron Rodgers, Tom Brady, Drew Brees, and Russell Wilson. But for now, the Goff comparison will suffice. What other rookie phenom veteran comparison should we have included on our list? Join me in the comment section below. Make sure to follow myself and TPS on social media. We post great content all the time. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, we're on everything. Go find us, go subscribe, go to the whole thing. Subscribe to TPS because we post videos every day on YouTube. And yeah, like this video because we really appreciate it. Helps us out. Of course, thank you so much for watching. I'm Jason Biondo. See you next time.
My knee.